So on my Discord server, right this second, there's some discussion regarding the Tesla Cybertruck, and I make a comment of it's just the most ugly vehicle I've ever seen in my life, and that got me thinking. There is something that is far more ugly than a Tesla Cybertruck, and that is Kent Hovind's attitude. I guess that worked. All right, well, let's get I had the Dr. Dino up. Where would it go? I closed it apparently. I just decided I didn't want to do the stream. I didn't want to look at Dr. Dino. It doesn't fucking matter. None of this matters. How's everyone out there doing? Right. He's already got some Spirit of Prophecy with Pastor Tommy McMurtry. Oh yeah, if that ain't I married my cousin name, I don't know what is. Except for tomorrow. But today we're gonna look at his stream from this morning, Song of Solomon 3 and 4. That's gonna be 30 minutes. It's not going to be so bad. Yeah, I chose not to do his Thanksgiving video or his last call-in, the evolution is dumb and dangerous crap. The Thanksgiving testimonial was just too pathetic. I may hit it at a later time, but not now. And evolution is dumb and dangerous. That has given me the impetus. Ooh, let me mute Discord. My phone's a blipping with Discord bleeps. I may take segments of that one because it seemed to be a bit of a Kent Hovind potpourri of his little rants and do short form videos on those. And by that, I just mean like, Simon Dan style. Just less of my face and more, Logic style cartoon avatar kind of thing. Because, yeah. I don't have a production studio set up. I don't have a cool green screen to put myself into an awesome background or anything. But enough preamble. Double checking everything looks copacetic. So let's click the button and do.
Good morning, folks. Ken Hovind here in the crew at Dinosaur Adventureland in Lovenix, Alabama. It is November the 30th. We ran out of November, Joseph. This is it. Okay. We really have to leave it.
Okay, I'll give him that. That amused me. We ran out of November. That's a new one. I liked it, Kent. You got one.
4 in the morning to catch the plane, something like that.
That's what I'm being told.
Yeah. Let me try. We can do it at 6 and get there in time. Okay.
Oh yeah, they're gonna go do something, so that's why they have either that other stream going, or that's where Kent is going to be guest, or I don't know. They're going somewhere. Whatever happens, happens.
A bunch of channels. Thank you for joining us. This is Baptist Church and Dinosaur Adventureland. We're on Facebook if you want to sign up for that, or Rumble, or X, Twitter. Or Kent Hovind, our own app, could sign up.
And none of his slides are shown? That's great. Kent Hovind without his damn slides. It actually makes him look... it looks a lot better like this, because it looks like he's just reading off of notes, rather than the indecipherable madness that is his opening page, with all the damn red boxes.
Or Instagram, or TikTok. Atheists worked hard to shut us off of YouTube 5 times.
They worked hard to shut us off YouTube 5 times. Are the atheists in the room with you right now, Kent?
And it's okay. We'll just get on all the rest of them. A lot of people still put my stuff on YouTube, don't they? Praise God. Okay, let's see. Today, Song of Solomon, chapter 3. Dead center in your Bible is the book of Psalms.
Everything in the universe is in reference to where it is in perspective to dead center in the Bible. You want to go to Walmart in Bruton? If there even is one over there. I don't know where the fuck Walmart is that he annoys children or parents at. Look dead center in your Bible and turn to the end and go past about 18 miles. There's the Walmart in Bruton, near the Chinese restaurant.
Job, Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon. A little bitty book. Great material in here. We'll be in chapter 3. The bride has a dream. This is a story.
If I ever do write the book of Chris, there's going to be 4. Like, it's going to be a full compilation, and there's literally going to be a chapter, a section called fuck, a section called shit, a section called crap, a section called more shit. I mean, the book of Chris is going to be crazy. I should start writing that. Just let divine inspiration come and see what happens. Little do I know, in 5,000 years, it'll be an actual religion. Honestly, I don't know how to feel about that.
Of Solomon and a love story of he and his bride, okay? Okay, let's see. Here we are. Song of Solomon, November. There we go. We had lots of visitors this weekend. It was awesome. I love it. People crawling all over the place. You want to see?
People crawling all over the place. Why, Kent? Why were they crawling all over the place? Also, it's probably a goddamn ghost town.
The
I mean, let's be real. Aside from his little Thanksgiving cult gathering, so we presume he kept them around for Friday and maybe Saturday, but we would have had to have put them to work this morning.
Get your name on the record board, you have to break a record. 234 record spots you can sit your name in there, and you get a certificate if you set a record, and you get one of our world famous $7 bills you can spend in the bookstore.
Wow, Kent, you know that's illegal, right? You know you can't make that, right? You can't call it what you just called it, right?
Spend it, we punch a hole, you can still keep it. It'll be worth something to somebody somewhere.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Joseph, goddamn, dude. Can you be up his ass anymore? I think you're able to get those hard to reach back teeth. You're so far up his ass. Let me just get your molars, sir. There you go. It's real comfortable up here.
Spend it in the bookstore, we give it back to you to keep. $7 bucks. Okay. Break a record. Can you imagine getting your name on the record board? That'd be awesome.
No, it wouldn't. I would rather have my name on some high score or speed run record board for some fucking game. And I don't even give a shit about that. I was involved in a high score community online for a while, and it was the most toxic shit I've ever dealt with in gaming up to that point. So, no, I'm fine with just enjoying shit. Sure as hell don't want to be a high score on some DAL record board, because then that would be evidence that I went there.
So did you ever look into, or maybe somebody out there listening has tech skills, we need an electronic board on our website that we can just quickly change the record. Is that easy to do, or I don't know?
We'll give Brother Beef one.
I'm still
I'm sure it is, but Joseph doesn't have a fucking clue. Meanwhile, Yamato over here runs a IBM 3270 based mainframe style bulletin board system, as well as XMPP services, Gopher services. Let's see what else. I don't know anything with the Gopher site though. What else was there? Oh man, there's got to be something. Oh yeah, the what you call it, the hotline server. Of course, my main website's been going for nearly 20 years now. My website, Zadara.com, is legally an adult. That's how old it is. Far off space year of 2007. Yeah.
To figure out what a bit and is. I'm way behind. Okay, but come on, we got great food. You can come for Christmas. If you miss Thanksgiving, come for Christmas.
Kent, a bit traditionally is the on-off state in a particular position in a logic gate. That's really it. One could, probably define a little better, but that's what a bit is.
Feed great meals. Meet Monty, our macaw, who loves women and hates men. He'll ride on any woman's shoulder. You put him on my shoulder, and he bites my ear. I'm going to break his neck if he does it. Okay. 15 kinds of macaws in the world. They can have a wingspan up to 5 feet.
I was just thinking this, yeah. He had made the $7 bill because he doesn't have the wherewithal to make his cult compound a company town where people get paid in company script. And, of course, because that's illegal. But that's the second reason he doesn't do it. The first is that he's not smart enough to.
So Joseph and I leave early.
There's this thing going on for him. Dino Lamp is on, so got to give him that.
Tomorrow morning to go be on the George Jenko podcast in Los Angeles. So be praying about that. We want to reach the whole world. Then we got Christmas coming up.
Dear Lord, please don't let a turbine blade fail.
Come down, join us.
I don't care if something else fails, just not any of the turbine blades. We're not blaming anything on engine failure.
For Christmas. Did you know there was a Irish...
No, obviously I hope nothing happens, but,
school teacher named Enoch Burke, who was fired for... A kid said, I want to be called they. That's my pronoun, they. He said, no, you're not a they. You're a he.
No, a person is whatever the hell they tell you they are, Kent. That's how this works. That's how identity works. Okay? It's not a hard concept. But you stubborn assholes have to be little bitches about it. As you're fucking pathetic. I don't like the way things are, so I'm gonna bitch about it. My persecution! Go to hell.
reprimanded him many times. Finally, they fired him. Then they arrested him for coming back on the school property where he taught. It's a long, interesting case over there.
Yeah, and I'm sure whatever the hell it actually is, you're leaving out all kinds of facts.
Ireland. This they is going nuts. Okay, you can't figure out what.
Is it really, Kent? Is it really? I seem to have no troubles. Oh, wait, I just used a pronoun. Oh, I did it again. Guys, watch out. The pronoun police are coming. Not the kind of pronoun police that the right wing thinks the left is, but the right wing pronoun police who think that pronouns are evil. They'll call into the line or atheist experience and be like, I don't use pronouns, and then literally have used I to describe themselves. And it's like, dude, come on, quit being a fucking bitch about it.
What sex you are? Ask your mama. I bet she knew within seconds after you were born. Gee whiz. Okay.
Fuck you, Kent.
Help us to open for free. Join our 777 club. Go to drdino.com. Call Bobby, 855-BIG-DINO, extension 1 or 2. Either one, you get Joy or Bobby. And come help us stay open for free. Almost 10 years now for free.
I hope you close soon. No. I hope when nature takes its course with you, as it does all of us, that DAL is simply abandoned and left to rot and fester, and it becomes one of those places urbex people go, and all the videos are titled Creepy Alabama Cult Compound Abandoned for Years. And then they show my videos in little excerpts to show how people reacted when you were still around doing this shit. I'm sorry, there's something that just tickles me to think about that place being abandoned for 10 years. It's the year 2037. A 52-year-old Yamato and his urbex crew finally make it down there. And you go into the church, been partially looted, but you still see the remnants of the poster and shit in the corner of his little stage area. DVD 5 just sitting there in the middle like an altar. It's like, ha! This is where he did all the streams. Look at it now. It's like that. Sorry, I'm gonna have an urbex little for a moment. There was this highlight court in Florida that a dude did video on, and people were able to match it up to a promotional video when they were trying to get highlight into the U.S. in like the late 60s through the 70s. Big push on that. It's even in Mad Men as a thing for a bit. It's kind of funny. Rather like the idea of the sport. Point is, you see a great then and now that's just like, man, this is crazy. You know, that kind of perspective on stuff, seeing just nature take things back. It's kind of awesome. Anyway, where were we? Oh, yeah, Hovind.
Okay, Solomon. Let's see. Page number 116, slide number. The bride has a dream. This whole story, Song of Solomon, is a poem, actually, or a song.
Infinitely better than whatever the hell Hovind's about to talk about is Laura questioning where the hell did she buy those olives? Everyone, tag Laura in your responses to where she probably got the olives. And no, she did not buy them from the Lego store. I claim Lego store olives.
That Solomon wrote. And it's, of course, in Hebrew, it would be rhyming and all that. In English, you lose that.
And true, they should have been closed after the death of the child, but the parents, didn't sue. I mean, it's insane. Insane that wasn't the end of it.
This is he and the bride talking back and forth. Now, she's dreaming here. By night on my bed, I sought him whom my soul loveth. I sought him, but I found him not. She's sad she can't find her husband. They're on their honeymoon. Apparently, he went down to Circle K and get what them energy drinks, Dead Bull or something? Red Bull, okay, yeah. I will arise now and go about the city, in the streets and in the
This stream presented in Hovind vision. All Hovind, all the time. I'd kind of like to read along. Now I won't know if he's messing up parts. I could look in my Bible, but it's not the authorized version. Authorized by who the fuck knows? Some dimwits with a goddamn website. I authorize the certificate that you suck, Hovind. How about that one?
Broad ways I will seek him whom my soul loveth. Look, if you're in love with the Lord and you think he's left, you better start seeking.
And if you're in love with Lord Yamato, please, nobody fucking loves me. um, speak now, or forever hold your bag of peas, which Laura is probably going to clear out the freezer and be like, "Where did I get these peas?" Oh fuck! I don't know why I'm so damn giddy today. It's kind of great. Probably because I know I've got a hell week ahead of me. I worked yesterday, by the way. That fucking sucked, as did Black Friday, because it's Black Friday and I work retail. Go fucking figure. What was I going to say? I don't even know anymore. Oh, yeah, the whole no one loves Yamato thing. It's true, I've been single for long enough. Anyway.
What did I do? Why? What's wrong?
I don't know, Hovind. Maybe you smell.
This is a symbolism here. I sought him, but I found him not. In Song of Solomon 3, the Shulamite, which is what she's called, the young woman, expresses her deep longing for her beloved, recounting her search through the night and city streets. After failing to find him on her bed, she rises to search the city, asking the watchmen, representing ministers of spiritual guardians, whether they've seen her beloved, but they get no answer. We haven't seen him. Scarcely having passed them, she discovers him.
Yo, if you're not in my Discord, you're missing out on Laura posting the picture of Mario brand olives since 1937. Feta cheese stuffed olives. Perfect in a Greek salad or omelet. Net dry weight 7 ounces or 198 grams. They couldn't have made it an even 200 grams. They couldn't have fudged the number. They had to pick. It's like when you're pumping gas and you want, one number or the other has to be even and the other's just straight wrong. Oh, olives. Oh, man. All right. Let's continue with Hovind.
Holds him tightly, refusing to let him go until she brings him to her mother's house and the chamber where she was conceived. This act symbolizes.
Whoa. We're talking about consent. Okay, this is getting weird.
The believer's desire to bring Christ into the heart. This is a big thing in Hebrew culture, okay? You have your honeymoon where your mother and dad had their honeymoon, okay?
Never. It's the ultimate capitalist day. And yes, as I've mentioned already, my little socialist heart hates itself every time I clock into work because I have to in this godforsaken system. And let me tell you, the whole of Black Friday and Saturday and probably every single day up until beginning of January, I am going to be cursing this entire phenomena that is this bullshit of the holiday season here, which is why I wish I had a winter home in the DPRK to where I simply would not have to deal with this. I'm only half joking about that too. If there was a way to make it work, I would take the opportunity. That being said, let's continue.
Community of faith with the mother representing the universal church or the true Jerusalem, the spiritual mother of believers. The mention of the mother's house emphasizes purity.
And Laura has announced the discovery of not one but 2 bags of mystery beans. No one knows how old they are. Were they purchased the other week? Were they purchased the other year? I would say only time can tell, but I think time's the reason we don't know when they were purchased.
And spiritual intimacy, reflecting a relationship that is both ardent and chaste. This is from one of the commentaries on the Bible. Look, when you don't know what a passage means, type in the verse and say commentary, and you'll get 50 different commentaries. Some are crazy, but you read them all and you sort them out. Okay, usually there's the truth in there somewhere. This business of seeking the Lord is found in the Bible.
Yes, everyone must seek Lord Yamato. My subscriber count continues to grow, slowly but surely. They use romantic language in reference to a fictional zombie carpenter, and it only reminds me of that crucifixion masturbation scene, only with some much nastier quip about brainwashing or cults. And yeah, from The Exorcist, that is. How long is dry tea good for? Ostensibly a year. It loses flavor and potency when brewed. But as long as it hasn't been around any other strong odors or anything to pick those up, it should still produce a reasonable drink. And Boxing Day, I don't get into the Commonwealth holidays. The Commonwealth can have their Commonwealth holidays.
A bunch of times. Seek the Lord. Huh. Give glory to his holy name. Let the heart of them rejoice that seek the Lord. Seek the Lord and his strength. Seek his face continually.
Oh, and my year thing on tea is if it's in like a cardboard box or something with like wax paper wrapped around it or something, as opposed to like a sealed container.
Now set your heart and your soul to seek the Lord. This is something we should be doing. This is the symbolism here. The bride is seeking her husband. Where'd he go? And if you're in love with Jesus,
Where did it come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Hovind, comma Joe. There we go.
Jesus for a while and you lose that first love, maybe today's the sermon's for you. He did evil because he prepared not his heart to seek the Lord. This is one of the kings back in 2nd Chronicles. And Judah, he commanded Judah to seek the Lord God and to do the law and the commandment. And they entered into a covenant to seek the Lord. They all got together and agreed, hey, let's serve God. That's what the founding fathers of this country did.
No, they didn't.
So let's found a country based upon the Bible and God's principles.
No, they didn't. I know this is a shock, Hovind, but gonna need to sit down for this one. Every time you fuckers say that, you are beyond demonstrably wrong. It is explicitly written by some of the founding fathers. Their abhorrence to religion. Some were more deist and more, but that's about the best you could say about them. Is a lot of them were deist with Christian overtones being the norm, but a lot of them were as antithetical to the idea, the institution of religion, as I am.
Where the command, maybe we should. This I don't know of any other country like that. This country was now we've drifted away, but we started on God's law. Okay.
No, we didn't. The First Amendment contradicts the First Commandment, you dumbass.
Anybody who would not seek the Lord, it said in 2nd Chronicles, would be put to death. Jehoshaphat feared and set himself to seek the Lord. Is that your attitude? Get alone, shut off the stupid phone, and say, Lord,
keep the tea. It's good.
Are we still close? Are we okay? That's the way they say it.
No, Kent, we were never close. You were never close to Lord Yamato.
Today, and Joseph, hey, we all right?
And while I will acknowledge, every day you're above ground, I feel that weird bit of human compassion. I'm like, oh good, Kent isn't dead yet. A part of me also says, aw, Kent isn't dead yet. But deep down, human to human, I don't want anything bad to happen to you. But I also don't really care enough. If that makes sense? I don't know. It's weird. You're a means to an end. I can roll with the way you are to do what I do. So that's the real importance you have in my life. Now, why I'm here, why I'm saying this, I don't even know, because I can't remember what you actually had just said that would cause me to go down that chain of thought. So I'm stepping back and let's do this again.
Are we okay?
Okay, yeah, it's the idea of are we close, are we okay? And I was joking about us not being friends, but trying to imply that a part of me on a human level gives a damn about your existence, but only insofar as it is by default going to care. So don't read too deep into that. But we aren't buddies, dude.
That's the way they say it today, isn't it, Joseph? Hey, we all right? We good, bud? We good, bud? Okay, whatever. Okay.
Oh, God. Kent, you don't have street cred to talk like that. I was talking with one of the rideshare drivers, or with the rideshare driver that got me home yesterday. And I was talking to him about code switching and the fact that I'll code switch in and out of a more urban vernacular, what I refer to as the Memphis accent. And he's like, "No, dude, that's totally, that shows you're relaxed. That shows people can connect to you. You try to connect to them, they can connect to you. That you're not a threat to them." I'm like, "Thank you. That's what everything it said, but I just wanted verification." But that comes from me being culturally intermixed, having grown up in Memphis and having lived in various areas of the city, having known all types of people. I've seen white bread with more culture than you. Don't even try to mimic modern, even suburban colloquialisms. Just don't, Kent. It's fucking cringe, bro.
Question: Are you in the Lord good?
Welcome, I'm Lord Yamato, Lord of all my dominion. Yeah, I think I'm pretty good. I'm cool with myself most of the time. Every once in a while, I want to smack that bitch in the corner, like, fuck you, Chris. But then I'm like, man, I can't hit myself that hard. And that's just insanity. People get lock you up for that one. He's beating himself up again. Oh, what? He's talking about? No, he's literally beating himself up. Look. And you're just like grappling with yourself, smashing yourself in the room. Dude, what would you do? You'd call cops and be like, yo, this dude's lost his mind. So I learned early on that was not a good idea. I don't know. I'm just being stupid here for the hell of it. I don't want to talk open. I want to talk to y'all. I just want to be goofy. It's Sunday. We don't take this shit seriously. This is the least serious day of the week. I was going to say least serious day of the year.
Seek the Lord, found in the Bible a bunch of times. Seek the Lord.
Yep. Seek Lord Yamato. Subscribe if you're not already. Like the video. Share it with your friends. Share it with Cher. She probably won't care. At least you can say you did it. Sorry, I was going somewhere and I just lost my train of thought.
Seek the Lord, seek the Lord. Evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord understand all things. Okay? Seek the Lord of hosts, seek the Lord. And we could spend all day just on this one. I think seek the Lord is in the Bible, 27 times.
Look, Laura, you're missing an opportunity to just turn what's in my freezer into a whole damn show. Because just the commentary with it is incredible.
There it is. Okay. Excuse me. And the Lord will scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be few in number. In Deuteronomy, Moses is warning the people before he dies. Listen, people, if you don't serve the Lord and seek him and keep his commandments, he's going to scatter you out among the nations. Boy, has that happened to the Jews. They're scattered everywhere. There's Jews in every country. Now he's calling them all back.
Hey, Kent. One of your buddies was getting them grouped together. One might even say he and his crew were concentrating them into centralized locations. What went on afterwards wasn't so good, though. Now, was it? Also, which is it, Kent? Are they the ones who are supposed to inherit the earth? Are they the chosen people, and thus by logic they should spread, or do they need to be centralized in one area? And what does it mean for them to be centralized? What does that actually entail, and why? Why should that be the case? Because a part of me thinks all of this talk of centralizing this ethnic group is ironically to do something similar. I don't know. At a point, your mind just kind of wanders with where these people could be going, what the end goal with this crap actively is. Because as we all know, you are an anti-Semitic Zionist. How that works is beyond me, but you are. So I don't know, Kent. I don't know, man.
Just in this last century, called back several million of them to come back to their hometown. God's not done working.
Yeah, most of them don't actually originate from there. Their ethnicity may tie back to there, but they mostly actually were, otherwise totally identifiable as German, Austrian, Polish, Italian, French, Spanish, Norwegian, Latvian, what have you, Kazakh, Ukrainian. That was just an additional part of the identity. But people want to get obsessed over ethnic lineages in really shitty ways. Whereas I don't actually give a flying fuck about someone's ethnic background unless it becomes something that actually matters, like we're discussing the subject, or I just happen to be curious. Oh, but Chris, you don't care. No. Sometimes it's fascinating to see where someone's ancestry might actually be. But that's as far as it goes. Like, oh, cool. Not like you guys obsess over it. Oh, but they're not the racist ones. No, they are, because you guys constantly have to bring up Oh, the Jews, the Jews, the Jews. Oh, you got to bring up all the Arabs, all the Israelis, all the Palestinians. All you got to do. Why is it always got to be about that? Why is it always got to be about the immigrants? Why is it always got to be about this, that, the other around here? About people. It's never just people are people. Let's go on to the next issue. But again, you're supporting the guy who wants to, who he and his cronies want to deport everyone who doesn't meet a certain shade of paleness, regardless of if they're a citizen or not. It doesn't fucking matter. Boy, I'm glad I'm able to take these meandering ramblings and actually bring them back home, because I don't know where my mind is going today, but it is all over the place. Hopefully, you're enjoying the ride.
With the Jews. And ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whither the Lord will lead you. There ye shall serve gods, the work of men's hands, wood and stone. This is to the Jew the ultimate insult, that they would serve an idol. He said, you're going to do it, which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell. But if from thence, when you're in these other countries, if you seek the Lord with God, and you shall find him. If thou seek him with all your heart, with all your soul.
Carl asking, how's life, buddy? It continues to be life. Counting down the weeks until some stuff gets better.
When thou art in tribulation and all these things come upon thee, even in the latter days, I think that's now, if thou turn to the Lord thy God and shall be obedient to his voice, look, seek him with all your heart. This is the lesson here in Song of Solomon, chapter 3. Seek the Lord while he may be found.
Kent also, on top of pushing boundaries in the worst ways possible, also snorts in everything. I've only seen this man blow his nose like a half dozen times. It's kind of terrible. Anti-Semitic Zionist is evangelical bread and butter. You would think it'd be an oxymoron, yet here we are. Okay, so I'm not the only one who totally sees it.
Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. Let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our God he will abundantly pardon. The heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, God said through the prophet Isaiah.
And Dave is in the chat. Hey, buddy, hope you're doing well.
And my thoughts than your thoughts. God's thoughts are a lot higher than ours. It's a good thing. We wouldn't go very far. Okay. As the rain cometh down.
So, yeah, he's talking about Willie Nelson again there. God's thoughts are higher. Willie Nelson thinking while high. There you go. Because we all know the pecking order of Most High goes Willie Nelson, followed by Snoop Dogg, followed by... We never figured out number 3. But number 4 is Tony Danza.
Down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that ye may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void. It shall accomplish that.
Didn't you watch Turmoil in the Toy Box? Those Smurfs are satanic. They're blue. They're little dead creatures, and one of them is one of them. They're transsexual transvestites from Transylvania, or however it goes in that there Frankenstein song. Yeah, I'm totally hip to culture in the Satanic Panic era, far off space year in 1986. Them there Soviets blew up their nuclear plant and then blew up the space shuttle, even though those things happened in opposite order. And Challenger didn't explode. It was a disintegration. Don't get me started. When NASA press people are stating it wrong, I'm like, really got to work on this. Maybe hire me to do the history posts on Facebook and the like. But let us continue.
To send out his word. He wants us to spread the word around. That's why you should be passing out gospel tracts. Do you carry them with you? Do you have any in your glove box? If not...
No, because it's all bullshit. Just like I don't keep a bunch of X-Men comics anywhere. But, at least we know they're fiction and they tell a better story.
Why not? Okay. The watchman, back to Solomon, that goeth about the city, found me. To whom I said, saw ye him whom my soul loveth? Hey, did you see my husband? It was but a little while that I passed from them, but I found him whom my soul loveth. I held him and would not let him go, until I had brought him into my mother's house, into the chamber of her that conceived me. Seek the Lord, find him, and hang on. Simple lesson from Solomon.
So is Solomon God there? Because that's what you're trying to say. Because you're conflating the story about a woman who's like, "Hey, where'd my dude go?" Goes around hunting, to people questing for the deity that's supposed to be all around, everywhere, and easy to find. It's Schrodinger's deity. Somehow they're easy to get in touch with and have a relationship with, yet simultaneously impossible to find and know.
Song of Solomon. I charge you, daughters of Jerusalem, by the roes and the hinds, those are types of deer, that ye stir not up nor awake my soul. Love till he please. Let him sleep in. Commentators interpret this chapter as reflecting the believer's longing for intimacy.
Doomsday peddlers like Hal Lindsey, another jackoff from the not-so-great generation, started making anti-Semitic Zionism really popular among the dumbest Christians starting in the 70s. I'll have to look into that. And ladies and gentlemen, we have Simon Dan popping in at quite a late hour for him. Midnight for you, my friend? Is this right? Coming up towards 6 here, so yeah, 6 hours ahead. But pleasure, Dan. Good to have you, as always. You may be pleased, Dan. It's obviously not going to be the quality yours are, but I'm going to start potentially working on some medium form videos in the same general style as yours, of playing a bit of the video, giving a reaction. Probably a little bit more of the Logic cartoon avatar idea, since I don't have a cool studio setup or anything. But yeah, kind of following that same thing, try to keep it right in the 10-minute mark. Just to provide some reasonable short form content. I can't speak today.
With Christ, with the night symbolizing spiritual coldness and darkness, and the search representing the believer's earnest pursuit.
Oh man, yeah, that's some ancient alien stuff right there. It's just like, oh, let's just go to what the Bible says about plague. Oh yeah, there we go. It's madness.
Communion with God. There ought to be something burning in your soul. Says, Lord, I want to be close to you. Like the Shunammite.
Only thing burning in my soul is a desire to create everything I possibly can before I cease to exist. That really is it. That's what drives me. Just to make stuff for whatever value it has to people. I believe that's the goal of any intellectual, and I use that in the most extremely broad sense of someone who is a thinker, is to create something, to figure out something, to do something that other humans can take value in some way, or at least allow them to. And I think I do that pretty well.
Searching for her lover before the wedding highlights the theme of absence and presence, emphasizing the deep need for connection. The imagery of the procession is seen as a vision of Christ's glory, the church's journey from spiritual wickedness to divine intimacy, with the smoke symbolizing pious affections ascending heavenward. Solomon arrives for the wedding. Who is this that cometh out of the wilderness like pillars of smoke, perfumed with myrrh and frankincense, with all powders of the merchant? Behold his bed, which is Solomon's.
All powders of the merchant. Is he bringing the white powder, Kent? Because that's some good powder right there.
Score valiant men are about it, of the valiant of Israel. He's got a bodyguard as a score is 20, so he got
Hey, Kent never whacked me a first time. He just made reference to me. And then kind of forgot I existed. And then there was the debate talk, and he got excited at a point, thinking I was calling in at one point when it wasn't me. And then I still haven't emailed Joseph. So it's been 2 months since I've emailed Joseph. I'm going to get around to it. I just want things to be more stable.
60 bodyguards. I don't have any, Joseph. Nobody wants my body, I guess. Okay. Let your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. See, in Hebrew culture, they would get engaged, and then
Dan's saying I have to get you in for a day covering the channel. Going to do a takeover week in New Year. Yeah, keep me in the loop, man. Email is in the channel info, chris@zadara.com. So, yeah, keep me in the loop. I can definitely prepare something. That'd be incredible to have the opportunity.
husband would go, or the groom, they called him the husband from the time they're engaged. He would go build a house. When he gets ready, he goes and catches his bride away when they least expect it, takes her off for honeymoon. I go to prepare a place for you, and I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. See, there's a rapture coming after the tribulation. I wish it came before. It's coming after. Then we go to the judgment seat of Christ. Then we go to the marriage supper of the Lamb. This is the chart behind me.
Oh boy, he's going to bring up the mountain of olives splitting in half. This is going to be great.
The small version of it on our website for $10, okay? Or get my book, What on Earth is About to Happen, where I teach about what I believe strongly that the Bible says about the future. Whoa, what on earth is about to happen? You can get our video series. It's at 22 hours teaching on this topic about the future. I want to study that because you're probably going to be there. Okay, let's see. They hold swords. These are his bodyguard.
You know, Kent, if I believe there was some kind of end of the world described in that book, I would trust anyone other than you to describe it. Because I don't think your interpretations of the Bible, quite honestly, are very accurate. Sometimes I can agree with the way you interpret things in that this is what the book says, but it's an extremely rare case where I sometimes even can see what you're taking from it.
Being expert in war, every man hath his sword upon his thigh because of the fear in the night. King Solomon made himself a chariot of wood of Lebanon. He made pillars thereof of silver, the bottom of gold. This guy's got more money than he knows what to do with, okay? I don't have that kind of problem. Okay. The covering of it of purple, the midst thereof being paved with love for the daughters of Jerusalem. Go forth, ye daughters of Zion, and behold King Solomon with the crown wherewith his mother crowned him.
You know, Joseph's going to lose rations for this. The fact that it just never changed from Kent Cam. In fact, it looks like, you know what it is? They probably have, because this is a direct feed. This isn't even going through Restream. No, it has to be going through Restream, but they have Kent maximized and don't have it saying the thing down below, so... Huh. So maybe they packed up the other equipment, but I mean, why would they have? Because I don't know their workflow, but it seems to be overly complicated. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure it out. One content creator, quote unquote, to another, if you can count Joseph as that, since he's the brains behind the operation. But yeah, I was gonna joke that he's gonna lose rations for not having Kent slides up, but then I thought maybe they're not going through Restream, but maybe they are, and that's just the best he could get set up at the time. Like they disconnected other stuff. I don't know.
In the day of his espousals, in the day of the gladness of his espousal, that's where you get engaged. The word of the Lord came to me in the book of Jeremiah. He said, go cry in the ears of Jerusalem. Thus saith the Lord, I remember thee, the kindness of thy youth, the love of thine espousals. Jeremiah is preaching to the people who've drifted off into idolatry. Jeremiah is a fabulous book.
I thought it was a bullfrog.
God sent Jeremiah to preach to the people when they were wicked. The kindness of thy youth, the love of thine espousals. When thou wentest after me in the...
Anybody got a count on how many books Kent's written? Because I actually don't know offhand. I know at least the Kennel, the What on Earth books. If he did write books on those, I can't even tell anymore. Because I know he does videos on stuff, but I think he actually wrote some books. He did an email, letters to himself from God and vice versa. There's at least 3. Did that dinosaur book, or a couple of them, so that's like 4, maybe 5. Oh no. Oh no. And yeah, I'm glad I can help with there, Viking Dad, with entertainment while on the road.
Wilderness in a land that was not sown. Do you remember when you used to love to read your Bible and learn about the Lord? You remember when
No, because that was never the case.
you first got saved? There's just
No.
something about it, man. I just can't wait to go to church. I can't wait to read my Bible. I can't wait to pray.
Wow. Sounds thrilling. Please excuse me. I have some websites of dubious origin to go to.
You maybe never had that experience. Remember how you used to love to tell others about how wonderful your new Lord was? A new bride loves to tell all her girlfriends, oh, my husband is wonderful. He's so handsome. Yeah, he's strong.
Wasn't he just as strong and handsome when they were dating? I mean, it seems like she's going to be like that. Also, Kent, contrary to what you think, women don't really talk like that. Not as much as you would think. They have multifaceted conversations that go far beyond the shallowness of their partner. At least, most women who aren't automatically extremely shallow or aren't brought up in such a repressive culture that they are forbidden from developing any complex thoughts beyond that, which is what your kind of preferred upbringing for people would result in.
Yeah, or whatever. Okay. Have you longed to spend time with him in prayer? Remember how you used to? Sweet hour of prayer, sweet hour of prayer. Now you're lucky to get 30 seconds.
I can verify that Kent does wear pants only on the grounds of I've never seen him without pants when he stands up from his little desk dealie. So I think it's safe to say Kent does wear pants. He does put on pants to do his job.
Remember how you used to dream about pleasing him and meeting him? I remember reading my Bible.
No, Kent, I don't swing that way, and it's cool if you do, but that's not for me, man.
As a new Christian coming across verses, oh, God doesn't like.
It's not supposed to be a cross. It's supposed to be on the verses, man. Now you got to clean up stuff.
Like that? Okay. When I came across the verse, it says it's a shame for a man to have long hair. I got a haircut like this. I've had it ever since. I can't prove that's what the Bible says.
I switched to douchebag mode and never stopped.
But apparently God said it's a shame to have long hair, so I won't have it. He said in the Bible it says, "Don't print any marks upon you." So I've never gotten a tattoo. Now, if you got one, I mean, it's not the end of the world, but God said He didn't like it, so I don't do it. Okay. Nevertheless, He said in Revelation 2, "I have somewhat against thee. Thou hast left thy first love." You get my videotape, a sermon I did called "First Love" on Revelation chapter 2. Get the one, "Where's the Bride?" All these are part of the topical series. Joseph's got them there, the special messages. By the way, from now till Christmas, Bobby, Joseph and I are still discussing this, if we can do this right now, but if we had a 20% off all my DVDs of any kind, and from now till Christmas. Garrett's working on it. You could get them and give them.
How hard is it to work on? You just add it in the options in your online web store, dude. It's just there. I had coupon code Hovind for 20% off. Dr. Dino for 50. I don't know, something. Put in code Dr. Dino for $5 off your purchase, instead of a percentage.
To your friends or enemies. Okay? Yeah. Give my debate series to your professors. Yeah. Okay, we'll let you know when that comes up. From now till Christmas, you can get them for Christmas presents for your friends or enemies or family. Okay. Somebody did a review on my DVD set, Joseph. I've never seen this till this morning. I just Googled Kent Hovind's, I Googled the First Love video, and this came up. Look at that.
Really? I would love to, Kent, but it's not on screen.
Product ratings, 5-star review. Wow. This lady, I don't know who this is. It's a must-have for everyone, especially Christians. I just saw this morning, Joseph. A series of seminars by a Christian man with an IQ of 160. I got to meet this guy who goes through creation accounts in the Bible.
I just want to note that I really like John DiMaggio's overall repertoire. He's pretty versatile voice actor. Just, I don't know. It's one of my faves.
And clearly, you can read it for yourself. Anyway.
I mean, it was weird looking at the credits in Final Fantasy X and being like, oh, Kimari was voiced by the same guy who does Bender. That's cool.
Song of Solomon, love story, is to remind us we will be the bride of Christ. I just figured out this morning, Joseph, I guess we kind of do believe in this transgender stuff. Because all of us are going to be part of a bride.
I don't know what emotion I'm feeling right now. It's a new one I've never quite felt. It's kind of like disgust, but less direct. My mouth's a little numb. Feel uneasy, feel a little queasy. I don't know. Whatever this feeling is, I don't like it, and that whatever you'd call what he just said, ugh.
Okay. There we go. So we go up at the rapture, judgment seat of Christ, the marriage supper of the Lamb. Here's all the verses on that topic if you want to read them for yourself. Then,
Kent, I'd love to, but I can't see them.
Here's the events. Jesus comes for his bride, only to the clouds, calls us up. It's on my chart here. It's in the clouds. The believers are judged.
So, okay, so we're talking Snoop Dogg because you already talked about the Most High. Jesus comes down, so the one below the Most High, Willie Nelson, would be Jesus. So he comes, so that'd be Snoop Dogg coming through the pot clouds. Okay, I got you so far.
And Israel is judged. This is verse
All right, so some guy named Israel gets judged. He probably got caught speeding, and pull them over, and they're like, "We're deporting you," and he's like, "But I'm an American," and they're like, "We don't care."
the second advent, the comparison between the two. He comes twice.
Okay, so he has to go to court twice, and then he gets deported. But Snoop Dogg would never do that. So I mean, this is all out of Snoop Dogg's hands, and Willie Nelson's clearly, too most high to matter. Let's rein it in, man. We've almost got a competent segment of theology here. Let's keep going.
Well, his first coming was 2,000 years ago.
Man, he's been working at it for a while, then, ain't he?
This time, his second coming has two parts to it. He comes down to the clouds, calls us up. 3 years later, comes down with us to the.
So does he do a faux shizzle and has everybody, come with him to smoke weed every day? Is that how this works?
Mount of Olives, and
Oh, there we go. There's the Mount of Olives. There it is. You love to hear it.
With him on white horses. You can see all that in my chart. Okay.
Hey, Rosina, if you're still in the chat and you got the chance to make some AI do some shit, Snoop Dogg riding in on white horses as a mountain of olives explodes. That'd be some pretty cool shit. Because that's what Ken Hovind described. Snoop Dogg riding in on white horses while Mount Olives goes all Mount St. Helens on us.
The church is the bride of Christ as a central metaphor in Christian theology, drawing primarily from the New Testament. This imagery portrays the relationship between Christ, the bridegroom, and the church, understood as the collective body of believers. As a sacred and intimate union, the metaphor is rooted in several key passages like Ephesians 5. The union of husband and wife is used to parallel Christ's relationship with the church, with the loving her husband and the wife and giving himself up for her. In 2 Corinthians, the Apostle Paul described the church in Corinth as being espoused to one husband, that I may present you a chaste virgin to Christ. He's encouraging the Christians in Corinth, which was a wicked city, a brand new church he started. Look, guys, straighten up, clean up, get ready for your wedding.
God, this is all disturbing as fuck. In Mapleson, back when I had long hair, I actually did the same thing. Donated to it for cancer wigs.
The bride of Christ is explicitly mentioned in the book of Revelation. Revelation 21, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband, referred to as the bride, the wife of the Lamb. This symbolizes the ultimate consummation of the relationship between Christ and his people. It's expected to be fulfilled with the return of Christ and associated with the marriage supper of the Lamb. Revelation 19. The church as the bride is seen as being purified and prepared for this eternal union, with Christ acting as the faithful and sacrificial groom who cleanses and sanctifies her. What's it mean to be the bride of Christ? GotQuestions.org has a lot of good stuff on this, okay?
Oh, no, man, but you're apparently the bride of Frankenstein, so inquiring minds want to know. You know what we're wondering.
We'll skip all this for now. We're going over time. So, just like there's many things in life that Jesus, well, I'll show you. Luke chapter 2. Jesus was 12 years old.
No, you won't show us anything because we can't see your slides. Thank God. Thank your non-existent God that we can't see your fucking slides. We can't see your slides. They're just sluh all over the place. Sluh. SL1. SL1 was a small modular reactor, but was a prototype reactor system that in January 3rd of 1961 experienced a criticality incident, killing its 3 operators at the time. And is where we learned maybe we shouldn't give all the power to a reactor. Make it where it's one control rod pretty much can get it from dead to full-on criticality. Maybe we shouldn't do that. And then 25 years later, Chernobyl would kind of be like, yeah, not the same thing, but kind of the same thing.
He went back home to Jerusalem, back home to Nazareth with his mom and stepdad. And it says he increased in wisdom and stature.
Wait. Step. Hang on. I gotta reset this one.
Jesus was 12 years old. He went back home to Jerusalem, back home to Nazareth with his mom and stepdad.
Just take it in. All right. That I don't know if this is commonly done or not, but it seems weird to me to hear Joseph being referred to as the stepdad. While that is technically correct, it's also pretty fucked up. And I mean, that whole thing is just really, really fucked up. But we all already know that. But it's just, him saying that so casually just seems weird to me. It wouldn't be with Mary and Joseph. He could have said that. It would have felt more natural. Man, this theology's weird.
And it says he increased in wisdom and stature and favor.
All right, so he rolled a couple of +1s. Great.
With God and man. There's the 4 areas of life. You should be growing in all 4 areas: mental, physical, social, spiritual. Your church should be growing in all 4.
Let's see. Mental. I constantly research things. So check. Which ways did you say?
Areas: mental, physical.
Physical. I'm kind of out of shape, but I got a lot of upper body strength. I could probably shove you to the ground.
Social, spiritual.
Social. I'm socializing now. Hi, audience. How are you doing? Are we friends? Could you tell Kent Hovind we're friends? Because that'd be cool. If not, that's cool too, because y'all don't know him an explanation. It's none of his business who you're friends with. And he'd probably just say you're like that evil Yamato guy. Why don't you like Hovind? And try to get you and drown you at DAL. I don't know. And then spiritual, well, I haven't drank in several years, not since getting on my medication. So it's been since pretty much before COVID. But, I can go for a beer.
Church should be growing in all 4 areas.
I mean, I was building stuff in Minecraft earlier. I tend to build crazy cathedral-ass buildings in there because I'm just weird like that. That's the closest to church I'm ever doing, so, yeah.
Relationship with Christ should be growing.
Well, my relationship with Chris is perfect because I'm Chris. Of course I know him. He's me.
Use the illustration when I give the Science Center tour of tree rings. A healthy tree grows in all 4 areas. You should too.
A healthy tree grows in all 4 areas. Yes, trees grow in knowledge.
Are you growing physically? Are you keeping track of your health? Are you growing spiritually? Are you growing socially, making new friends? You're growing mentally. Are you learning new things? When's the last time you read a book? We should grow in all 4 areas. Maybe it's time for a checkup.
Hey, one doesn't just have to read a book. One can learn in all kinds of ways.
Are you growing?
By your logic, Kent, people shouldn't watch your videos then to learn anything and grow in knowledge, presuming you gave knowledge, but let's just give you the benefit of the doubt from your perspective, growing in knowledge or growing in spirit. And they should just be reading a book for that. They don't need you to read the Bible.
Is your marriage healthy in all 4 areas? The physical part's pretty easy.
No, because it doesn't fucking exist. Also, the physical part's easy. Yeah, right.
Easy to figure out when you're, young, but the rest is kind of complicated.
Old man has to make reference to sex. Film at 11. Wait, no, scratch that. We're burning the film. You don't want to see this. Damn it, Ted. Why'd you record that?
Are you at one with your wife, let's see, mentally, socially, spiritually? Huh.
Are you, Kent?
It's up to you. I mean, you decide what you want. Is your church growing in all 4 areas? So, chapter 4. Solomon admires his bride's beauty. By the way, guys, women are very sensitive to this. They want you to tell them how pretty they are, no matter what, even when they're 8 or 9.5 months pregnant. Okay, I know they can't go that far, but oh, honey, you look gorgeous. Let me get both doors open for you, honey.
Oh, fuck you, Kent.
Behold, thou art fair, my love. My behold, thou art fair. Thou hast dove's eyes. Do they think that's a compliment? You look like a bird. I guess just tell them what they want to hear, okay? Eyes within thy locks, that would be the hair, curly hair. Thy hair is as a flock of goats that appear from Mount Gilead. He talks about her eyes, her hair, her teeth. Yeah.
Head and shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes.
What was that comedy show they did one time? The guy was complimenting his wife from Kentucky, you know. Oh, honey, your hair, your eyes, that tooth.
Says the guy living in bumfuck Alabama.
The teeth are like a flock of sheep. He goes on and says, thy lips are like a thread of scarlet, and thy speech is comely. Thy temples are like a piece of pomegranate within thy locks. Thy neck is like the Tower of David, builded for an armory. Got a stiff neck. I heard about that. Okay. Whereon thou hang 1,000 bucklers, all shields to the mighty men. Thy lips.
Wow, this is not flattering at all. This just sounds really stupid. This sounds like what some beefed up wannabe alpha male prototype Andrew Tate would think some woman would want to hear. What the fuck, dude? This sucks. Note to self, don't take relationship advice from the Bible.
Are like a thread of scarlet, and thy speech is comely. Thy temples are like the piece of pomegranate. Thy neck is like the Tower of David. Thy two breasts are like two young roes that are.
Whoa! Also, you just repeated a line there, Kent. You need to take a dementia test, like your friend President Dumbass.
Twins, which feed among the lilies. Until the day break and the shadows flee away, I will get me to the mountain of myrrh and to the hill of frankincense.
And let's be very clear, Trump completely has dementia, at the very least, if not additionally Alzheimer's. It is absolutely insane that wasting away piece of hate-filled garbage is allowed to at all have any power. And yet, of course, everyone wanted to talk shit about Biden.
The breasts are mentioned in the Bible a whole bunch of times in Song of Solomon. He had 700 wives. I think he probably figured out, you know, they all got them. Yeah, okay.
I'm not going to comment. There's no comment necessary. Why are you focusing on this, Kent? Oh, right, you're Kent Hovind. It'd be one thing if you were a worthwhile pastor, but you're just a genuine piece of shit. And a fucking pervert. You want to talk about me being a fucking pervert or anyone else being a fucking pervert? I'm open about my interests, sure. Doesn't fucking matter. I'm not making it a center point of a fucking religious study. But it's in the book. That doesn't mean you have to bring it up or be so focused on it like you are in making it this kind of point. You could just gloss over it if you truly have to read everything, like you gloss over so many other things. Need I remind you, Jesus was a brown-skinned socialist.
Okay. Let thy fountain be blessed and rejoice with the wife of thy youth. I encourage people, look, find the right one, get married early, take away the temptation, okay, and stay faithful. Let her be as the loving hind and pleasant roe. Let her breast satisfy thee at all times. Solomon's telling his boys, pick one and be happy with one. You don't need, they're all the same, okay? Just get one. Why wilt thou, my son, be ravished with a strange woman? See, the bull is not impressed with the cow's udder at all. You don't care, okay? The boar is not impressed with the sow either, okay? It's only with humans this seems to be the phenomena, okay? So, girls, dress modestly. Men are visually stimulated. Please dress modestly. Daddy would say, if you're not in business, don't advertise. Save it for your husband, okay?
Hey, Kent, one, shut the fuck up, and two, you want to talk about people dressing modestly, Kent. There's a thing in that what's considered modest in some cultures actually can accent features to a point of making a person look very attractive. Sari, for example, the Indian sari, and similar kinds of wrap clothing do an incredible job, yet they will oftentimes be considered variations on such to be modest in the culture. Some not. But of course, given a hot climate, you're naturally going to have looser or less thick clothing as opposed to North America, Europe, etc. But yeah, doesn't mean what you think it means. Just saying.
In Proverbs 7,
It doesn't get the results you think it does. Just saying.
we covered this a couple months ago. I beheld among the simple ones. Here's the first problem. This kid's got stupid friends. Look, if you have stupid friends, you're going to get in trouble. You're better off with no friends than stupid friends, okay? I discerned among...
But you were saying earlier people need to be growing in friends, so which is it? Are they growing in friends or do they not need stupid friends? Because sometimes the only friends you can get are stupid friends. That's how everyone who's ever become my friend has wound up with me, because the only friend they could get was apparently my stupid ass.
He was a young man void of understanding, passing through the street near her corner. He knew where the prostitute lived. And he went to the way to her house in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night. He's out late at night. Look, dads, if you work your kids hard all day, they're not going to want to stay out half the night. They're going to want to sleep. Okay?
Yeah, and that fucking sucks.
You let them play, do nothing all day, and then they want to stay out till midnight.
No, they're probably going to keep on gaming, dude. That's how it works.
And there met him.
Oh, wait, yeah, I was going to comment on this one because I didn't say anything. I heard it. I didn't say anything. I was going to wait for one of the wonderful women in the audience to say their piece on this. Laura piped up with, sorry, if I say piped up, I meant that in a positive way. I think it could be considered negative, so I don't mean it that way. Provided their input, I'll phrase it as, they're all the same. What the actual fuck? My sister and I are so different, it's not even funny. Oh, okay. I thought this was going to be a little more, because I interpreted, and this could just be me being a man, or this could be the fact that I just presume Hovind's actually the typical dirty old man, the guy who accused somebody of being a pervert when he's infinitely worse than you ever are, that he was talking about it from a sexual standpoint, and that's it. Because what value to Hovind and the like is a woman's, mental acuity or anything? It's all about physical, and if they look pretty on the arm, that's it. That's all it is. So, yeah.
A woman with the attire of an harlot. They can dress a certain way to emphasize their body parts, their baby-making equipment. Say, look at this. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. Guys, you don't want a woman that's loud and stubborn, and you don't want one that doesn't stay home and do work and be a wife, be a daughter. Okay? This woman.
Hey there, skeptic philosophy.
She's loud, she's stubborn, and she's always can't stay home. Got to get out. Go, 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 go. Now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner. She's waiting for this young man to come along. She caught him and kissed him. Boys,
Hey, Kent, prostitution is the world's oldest profession. It's a debate between that and farming, but I'm pretty sure people were providing that service of intimacy well before we had settled down and began trying to create the civilization as we have it today. We were still hunter-gatherers. People still wanted to get it on.
Girl starts the physical part, you don't want that kind. Because she'll get tired of you and go on to somebody else.
Not necessarily. People can... people come in all types, Kent. People. Gender doesn't matter.
Thou art all fair, my love.
Just as much as you can get a guy who wants a girl and just wants nothing but that one girl, you might just get the girl who wants the guy, and that's all she wants is that one guy.
There is no spot in thee. Come with me from Lebanon, my spouse, with me from Lebanon. Look from the top of Arma, that's a big mountain over there, from the top of Shenir and Hermon, some other mountains, from the lion's dens, from the mountains of the leopards. Thou hast ravished my heart, my sister, my spouse. Honey, you drive me nuts, okay? Thou hast ravished my heart with one of thine eyes, with one chain of thy neck. How fair is thy love, my sister, my spouse. How much better is thy love than wine, and smell of thine ointments than all spices. Thy lips, my spouse, drop as a honeycomb. Honey and milk are under thy tongue. Now, what do you know? I guess they did French kissing back then, only probably called Hebrew kissing or something. I don't know. And the smell of thy garments.
Kent, you don't even know what people were... Kent, I'm going to be very serious with this, very academic with this. Throughout all of recorded history, human sexuality has pretty much been the same. People have been into the same kinds of crazy shit pretty much forever. There's been stuff added to it, but the same basic principles are the same. So yeah, there's been tongue action. Yeah, there's been every other thing that any of us can think of right now. Because that's just humans, as well as apparently some other animals, depending on particular activities and the like. It's just how stuff works. Welcome to evolution, buddy. That's another thing that happens. You get all this crazy stuff. It's like, well, it's a means to an end. If eventually it gets the deed done and gametes combined, there you go. But doing that and that and that isn't going to do it. Yeah, but they can be lead ups to that. You don't think about that. That's as far as I'm going to discuss the subject, Kent. But humans have been the same forever. Indeed, it's highly likely that if we were to be near in a hypothetical where a human from 50,000 years ago and a modern human, one of us today, we're with each other, and for whatever reason, just in this hypothetical situation, the two found each other attractive, there would be no problem communicating that. The same basic signals of like blushing and such would go, the same smiles, that same bit of almost, teenage giddiness would happen. Yeah. And it's strongly thought that everything else would pretty much follow suit, even without an ability to communicate, because, well, just welcome to humans being humans. Not going to go into detail. Use your imaginations, or don't. I ain't your daddy.
Is like the smell of Lebanon. A garden enclosed is my sister, my spouse, a spring shut up, a fountain sealed. Thy plants are an orchard of pomegranates with pleasant fruits, camphor and spikenard. Now, to us, this doesn't mean much, but to them, they're really excited about their plants. Wow, you got beautiful flowers in your garden.
Like, I'm just going to be very real on this because I might as well stress it. I find the concepts involved in human sexuality, the ideas, the overarching way it is, to be quite fascinating and honestly quite beautiful. The varied nature with which we enjoy each other in that definitively primal way is truly fascinating. And it sucks that I'm actually a bit modest and can't talk about it in too much detail, and obviously don't want to go into just who knows what on a stream like this. But yeah, I find it genuinely fascinating from an anthropological standpoint, biological standpoint, and just, I don't know. It's weird looking into human nature, being a human, and having to look at it kind of academically for that moment and thinking, but wait a minute, I'm part of this sample group. It's like going to Wikipedia and seeing the Wikipedia entry for human, for Homo sapien, and seeing just a picture of some people from Southeast Asia. It's just, here's an example of human, just like it'd be an example of raccoon, of the dog, of the hyena, of whatever. And it's like, your brain doesn't see it as like, oh, there's a perfectly, scientific analysis of us as a species, but here it is, just like any other species. But your brain doesn't see it that way because, of course, we see ourselves, we see humans, and we're like, that's a human, that's special. But then people don't appreciate the things that make us special in regards to the things that also are in contrast to the things that make us just like all the other life out there. Does that make sense? I feel like I've been completely off base this entire stream. Just, I don't know. Maybe I feel like I shared too much info too. I don't know. This is getting really weird, but I knew Song of Solomon would be like this. I just didn't know where this would actually go. But it's worth discussing because it shows the extremely different way at which I approach what amounts to sexuality, human intimacy, and discussion of such, versus how Hovind does and how the Bible does it.
Okay. Spikenard and saffron. I don't even know what calamus and I know cinnamon is. With all trees of frankincense, myrrh, and aloes, with all chief spices, a fountain of gardens, a well of living waters, and streams from Lebanon. Now they get together in the garden of love. Awake, O north wind, and come, thou south, blow upon my garden, that the spices thereof may flow out. Let my beloved come unto his garden and eat his pleasant fruits.
Talking about metaphors, eating pleasant fruits, you say? Would any of those include peaches, Kent? Going to Jerusalem, gonna eat a lot of peaches, if you know what I mean, Hovind. Please, Hovind thinks women are gross.
Song of Solomon, this business of living waters, found in the Bible quite a few, 4 times, okay? Living waters, plural. Living waters, singular, found 3 more times, okay? Ray Comfort's a good friend of mine. His ministry is called Living Waters in California. A lot of people start ministries called Living Waters for the World. Men's living waters. I don't know anything about them. I just saw living waters, so I thought I'd show you. Okay.
I'm not sharing too much. Hell, helped clean out the pantry. Hell yeah. We have succeeded.
Living Waters Church. Okay. Jacob's well was there in John chapter 4. Jesus, being wearied with his journey, did you know Jesus got tired? He got hungry. He got thirsty. He went through everything you go through. He understands, okay? He sat up on the
Was he sick and tired of your bullshit? Because I'm sick and tired of your bullshit.
well, and it was about the 6th hour. Now, they always do from daybreak. So 6th hour would be noon, okay? There cometh a woman of Samaria to draw water. And he said, give me a drink. For his disciples were gone away to the city to buy meat. And the woman of Samaria said, how is it that thou, being a Jew, askest drink of me, which am a woman of Samaria? The Jews have no dealings with the Samaritans. Why are you asking me? Don't you know? Jesus said, if thou knewest the gift of God and who it is that saith to thee, give me to drink, thou would have asked him, and he would have
This story sucks. When is it going to get to the good part?
given thee living water. Wow. The woman
Also, is that the descriptor for someone from Samaria? They're Samaritans. Wouldn't it be Samarian like we use? I mean, what's the deal with that? Can someone, and by someone I mean I know it's going to be Laura because she knows this stuff, pretty much my go-to. Someone explain that, please. Just help me out. Thank you.
said, sir, thou hast nothing to draw with, and the well is deep. Whence hast thou living water? Art thou greater than our father Jacob, which gave us the well, and drank thereof himself, and his children, and his cattle? Jesus answered and said, whosoever drinketh this water shall thirst again. Whoso drinketh the water that I shall give him shall never thirst.
So, Cytherea is Jesus' favorite actress. Good to know. Living waters. Waters flow. This is getting intense. Kent does not bring about living waters. We know that much.
Water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. Simple question. Have you tasted that water? Man, 56, almost 57.
Dude. Oh my god. Oh. Is this seriously? Sorry, I'm having like 12 things to process at once. It's a little congested up here. The Lord Yamato Information Superhighway's got a traffic jam on I-40. All right, give me just a sec. Let me step back and just take this in slowly.
A well of water springing up into everlasting life. Simple question. Have you tasted that water?
That right there. Dude, what the fuck? This is supposed to be a Baptist church. There are likely children present. And the fact dude went, implies everyone knows what the metaphor actually is. They're not stupid to it. I'm no prude, but this is actually making me sick. I don't even know why, but I guess it's just the nature of it being discussed like this by people like this. That's notwithstanding the reaction presented that we just heard. This is a point where I'd cross the line on YouTube, and I'll discuss this stuff further, but it's like, what the fuck?
Man, 56, almost 57 years ago, I gave my heart to the Lord and got saved. What if you died today? Where would you go?
Up your ass and around the corner. Can't who cares? What does Jesus have to do with that? It's like he was about to say, 50 some years ago, I got married and tasted that water for the first time, and I didn't like it because I'm a little lightweight bitch who doesn't know how to please a woman. Because I'm Kent fucking Hovind, hung like a field mouse. With a female orgasm, that's a complete myth. I can't find the clitoris, but I can find where it's not mentioned in the Bible. Jesus fucking Christ, Kent. Good fucking God. Ugh. I'm not even trying to be funny or play a character with this. It's actually making me sick. I mean, one could argue maybe I am a bit of a prude on these things. Maybe there's a certain modesty about me on that subject or something. It's a weird reservation that I have, but, I can't open up about stuff. I'm just obviously not going to do it here and now. Which is irrelevant to the fact that these guys are just making this disgusting. Fucking Christ. And think about it. No mention of concern that, hey, this gets a little heavy. You might not want the kids to watch this one. What the fuck, man?
Have you received that living water? It's very simple. The living water. That's the only way to be saved and avoid hell. Invite Christ. When you stand before God to be judged, will your sins be paid for already? Mine are. I'm not going to heaven because I'm good. Are you kidding? If I got what I deserved, I'd be in trouble. So would you, okay? If God let us into heaven like we are, we would ruin that place like we've ruined this one. He said, he's going to say to some, depart from me, I never knew you.
Yeah, filling the water bottles from the well, that would be the living waters, because we know the lakes around there are the dying waters. Hey-oh!
Look, you ought to think about it. If you haven't received the living water, why don't you do it today? November 3rd.
Mapleson popping in that Samaritans are Jews who believe that Mount Gerizim is the right holy place. Okay.
30th, 2015, 2025 could be your spiritual birthday. You're going to be dead for a long time. All you get is that little bitty dash between two dates. I'm going to try to make my dash as long as I can. But it's going to end one day. So is yours. Then if you're a Christian, what are you doing, for heaven's sake?
Well, the fact that the guy went, ugh, if that is supposed to properly be the understanding, is even more crazy at that point then.
Can't you find something to do? Start a ministry. Do something. I encourage people, look, get going. I talked to a bunch of the Russian guys that were here this weekend about they want to start a ministry. I said, let me ask you a question, guys. If you're sitting in your car and you turn the wheel all the way to the left, what happens? They said, you go left. I said, no, you don't. Not if you're not rolling. You just turn.
Dumbass, it's presumed that the vehicle is in normal operation. Quit being a pedantic bitch.
Wheel. You want to do something for God and you don't know what to do? Well, do something. Get started. And then God will guide you while you're moving. It's easier to steer a moving car than it is, one that's stationary. Find something to do for the Lord.
Ding, ding, ding. Otaku has it right. Can't get what he deserved. Then for some reason they let him out.
You can help, call us. 855-BIG-DINO. Extension 3. I'll talk to you. How many calls do I get a day? If I don't answer, it's because I don't want to answer because I'm busy or sleeping or I'm on the other line or something. But I want to help. I'd like to see thousands of dinosaur adventurelands started all over the world. How many museums are there in America that teach evolution? Thousands. Why don't you start one that teaches creation? Even one guy did one, he started a portable one in a big closed trailer, like those they sell snow cones from, Portable Creation Museum. Drives around where there's kids. Hey, kids, come here. You want to see my dinosaur bones or something?
Stay away from that weird man, honey. Yeah, that's the easiest way to get the cops called on you. Man. Yeah, we arrested him. He was trying to entice people to a van with dinosaur bones. Said he was trying to do some religious ministry, but like a kid diddler, so we took him in.
Do something. I don't think there's a wrong way to drag somebody out of a burning house, is there? No. I drag them out by their foot, by their hand, by their hair. I don't think they're going to care. Just get me out of the fire. Okay? How about it? Let's pray. Heavenly Father, thank you, Lord, for letting us
blah, blah, blah. Load of shit.
This message will encourage somebody.
Blah, blah, blah. Fucking load of shit.
There's probably some Christians that have lost that first love.
Load of shit.
Give them a swift kick, Lord, and get them going again.
Fuck you.
I pray that you help somebody use their life and time and energy and money and talent for you.
I'd rather do Coke.
Guide us now. Help us to please you in everything we do.
And Pepsi.
In Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Thank you so much. See you. Joseph.
You fuckers would deport Jesus.
Late Tuesday night. Monday, Tuesday will be reruns, moldy oldies. Okay. Who's going to do them? Okay. Sounds good. See you Wednesday night. Back live. Bye.
I'll shut them up because I can't schedule anything. So I'm just going to have Restream autoplay because for some reason we got to fucking stream everything. Go to hell, Kent. Go to hell. All right. I've had enough of that ass clown. Holy fuck. That was something else. Don't know how I feel about that one. I'm glad he's not streaming for at least a little while because I don't want to cover any of his bullshit. What I want to actually do is do the first of the many moderate form videos by doing a succinct breakdown of his opening with during the Professor Dave debate. I've got the section isolated, zoomed into just him. It's blurry as all hell, but it doesn't matter. And I just want to take each thing he says and just piece by piece do a quick just breakdown of like, nope, he's wrong about this because of this, wrong about that because of that. And yeah. Oh no. I just do not know. Oh, well, let's see. It is 6:25 my time, which means it is 12:25 where Simon Dan is. So he's sleepy. He's gone for the night. I am going to double check on a few things, probably fire up Guild Wars and get the daily for today done, because that always resets at Greenwich Mean Time. And the weekly reset happens tomorrow, so I will knock that out. And I say knock that out, I'll at least get started on that. But if I have the daily done, I can focus on the weekly. Oh no. Still been doing Castlevania runs, recorded some stuff but haven't uploaded. Been working on a few other side projects, just refining some things. I need to do some videos on my side projects and really branch out because I need to do more than just whack Hovind. I'm so tired of this clown, but y'all love to see it. It gives us a good opportunity to hang out. So it is what it is. Yeah, tomorrow is the beginning of December, last month of the year. We'll see how December goes. That being said, much love as always. I will catch everyone after a yawn next time. Creationist trailer every year. When he's talking about possibly. Ken is actually a terrible preacher too. Can't imagine any flock I've seen in the past paying an idiot like that. Yeah. Yet somehow he has a following. It's insane. But I'm gonna hop off here. As always, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. Not subscribed and you're still here, subscribe. Share it. Some clown may like it. I don't know. Um, thank you, Skeptic Philosophy. Glad to have some good feedback. It was a good video. Appreciate it. And again, if you're not on Discord, and I've got a Discord, you might want to hit that up. That's where I can be found a lot of times. Usually just being stupid. All right, I'm yawning way too much. I'm gonna get my clothes out of the dryer and finish up my night. Much love. Catch everyone next time.